hit live. Let's try. Let me see here. Trying to connect this here to the stream. Okay, 6 p.m. Wow, okay. Say the lesson. Close that. Now let me. That right there. All right, y'all forgive me. I'm in the lab a little late. We just had us a financial education call, and so if you missed it, click the link in the description. You'll see it where it say talk with my team about our insurance options. So click the link in the description. It's free. Get on there, have your chat about your needs. But I want to pop on here and talk to you for a little bit before I head on out, because I've been grinding, been busy, got the boys program, and thank you so much to the supporters. Got a few supporters from the YouTube side of things that's been helping us, and we leave Wednesday, and we have Wednesday to Sunday, then we come home for I think 2 days, and then got to leave for Chicago for another, I think, 5 days. Yeah, gone 5 days. This week, come home for 2 days, get on the road. And so, I could not do it without your support. So thank you so much. I always keep that right there, just near and dear to my heart, because for those of you who have helped us, if you have a 501c3, then you know what I mean. It's a labor of love, and it take a village. But we got some amazing young men, and they have amazing families, and everybody trying to learn, grow, benefit. Gwendolyn, we're going to be on the outskirts of Chicago as well, ironically. I can't remember what it's called, though. Maybe it's called Willowbrook, I think, is where our gym is. My son texted me. He got him a little post giving some tips on soccer that going viral on TikTok right now. And he got 10,000 likes on there. And I'm like, but wanting to pop on here because I haven't been able to get on here. And the Blessed Tribe, for those of y'all that's in the Blessed Tribe, y'all know when we do these, when you can catch them. Sometimes I don't always get to do them Q&A. So any questions you've been thinking about, or stuff you've been seeing in the media, stuff like that. And doing big cities. Yes, we don't pick the cities for these right now because we doing it's a basketball involved. So we kind of using sport to teach the lesson. So the circuit that we own is Under Armour, and so they pick the cities. It's pre-selected, and we just going. But when we do like our travels, like going to Black History museums or college tours and stuff like that, we'll get to pick different cities. How to be confident meeting men before you reach your weight loss goals. I would say you should be confident in yourself, meaning you talking to yourself and you telling yourself that you're doing the right thing, you're working on yourself, you're loving yourself. But honestly, I don't recommend meeting the man before you are where you want to be, because it's hit or miss. If you do, you do. But a lot of times how a man meets you is how he want to keep you. So if you're not at your weight loss goal, when you meet a man or a woman, vice versa, like if it's a man meeting a woman or a woman meeting a man, when you meet somebody and they approach you and they want you, that's how they want to keep you. So you could meet a man and be one weight, and then you go to losing weight, and he go to hating on you, you know, and he start trying to sabotage you, or he get jealous and controlling because he got you at that particular weight for a reason, because he thought that maybe your dating pool may be less. And so you got to think about that. So me personally, with the 3Bs, I would just try to kick it into high gear, doing the best that I could do to get to where I want to be, or as close as possible that I could be there before I start entertaining. God bless Texas. Thank you, Kendra. God bless Texas. I don't watch the news, so at nighttime I put my headphones in and listen to like ABC News or something like that. So I heard about Texas. I don't know all the details. It just sounds otherworldly. You know, my heart goes out to Texas, and I heard there's a lot of people that have died, and it's like, wow, like what world do we live in that is flooding? And then, yes, we didn't have floods and stuff like that, but that's heartbreaking just to think that it could rain enough to flood like that. And it's that's sobering. That's sobering. And if that ain't a reason right there to just make sure that we cherish every day, and we get everything we can out of life, and we live into the fullest. And that's also part of the reason, not for, you know, stuff coming out of place like that, but just another reason why I started an insurance agency is just because I just saw so many people leaving this earth and their family weren't prepared. And it's so much that goes into that. And this right here is like, you never can guess something like this will happen. Bai said he can't spoil me yet till he gets his money right. Been together 1.5 years. Do I leave him or give him time to get his money right? I would not leave him about getting money right. Okay, boyfriend, that's what you meant. Boyfriend said he can't spoil me. I wouldn't leave him. And you got, also, I'm biased, I'm a man. And so if you leave a man over money, then a man gonna leave you over something that you can't do or not doing that he assumes a woman's supposed to do. Like, everything go around, come around. And when he say spoil you, I mean, we got to put that into perspective and see what that means. So if he means like he can't get you Chanel purses, but yet he taking you on dates and y'all going out to eat, or y'all going to the theme park or the movies or what have you, that stuff still counts. It might not be what you see on Instagram from the fraudsters who you think their money is legit, but this stuff still counts. And so I'm going to always say, let a man's character be his currency. I never tell you to judge a man based on his money, because if he got character, he's also going to have ambition. So he's going to be working towards something. And if he's working towards something, eventually he's going to have what he needs. Hey, and God bless y'all. First time catching live. I don't go live often, but I'm going to try to do better. Try to do better. He's right, I had a big gap and was down bad when I met my ex. Then he started cheating when I started getting all of that right. That's how it'll be. Wow. Pray for Texas. I don't watch the news because I'm giving for it all day long, so I just never really get to watch the news. Man, because every time I watch it be so depressing. And so with me being in a place where everybody is, you know, withdrawn, and I'm coaching all day nonstop in this season, because I open my books for one-on-one sessions, and it's just been nonstop. So it's like I don't really get to watch the news. I feel like the last I heard was 30, and now it's at 102. It's just, that made me draw closer to the Lord. Like, wow, like, because just tomorrow not promised. God bless you. Welcome, new member. how to overcome fear when starting over yet again due to failing multiple times in the past. Crystal, a lot of times in between we don't get new knowledge. So the key is to get new knowledge. The key is the reason why we fail, perish, is due to a lack of knowledge. The reason why we fail is due to a lack of knowledge. So the more you learn about men and the more you learn about relationships, the easier it'll be to read a man and tell if he's a man of character, a man of standards, a man of values. The easier it'll be to see the red flags. And so that's what you got to be mindful of. Me either. I'm gonna go home and watch the news tonight and just see if they even got camera angles that could see what's going on. Should I start a blog if I'm where I want to be mentally and emotionally? If I haven't gotten to where I want to be exactly financially, I know I have a lot to offer. None of us will be where we want to be financially. To be honest with you, Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg ain't where they want to be financially. And they, with all the billions that they have, you should always start. Always start where you are. Start where you are with what you have. And with every step you take, we had a financial education class tonight, and I'm still learning finances. Like we was just talking about budgeting. You know, we talking about budgeting, talking about investing, but what we learning. As we go and as we learn, we teach. So start tonight. Go buy the .com tonight. I've been focusing on my 3 B's. I have 2 jobs and building my beauty business and taking clients. However, I still live at home with my mom. Should I wait to date until I can live on my own again? No. Truthfully, an honest man don't care if you live with your mom, because he don't mind meeting your mom. He don't mind coming over, sitting on the couch, watching a movie. If his intentions are pure and you grown, he know y'all could go sit in y'all room if your mom allow it. But an honest man really don't care about that. Now, like a man who is, superficial, or he might be down low, or he might be wanting to scam, then he'll care about you having your own place. And yeah, he may want you to get your own place or help you get your own place, or y'all, get a place together or something when it's time to get married. Well, today, of course, he gonna want to do it without marriage. And that's when you got to make your decision and how you gonna put your foot down. But no, it don't matter. Your mom actually give you a little bit of safety net, because he know he limited in what he could do over there. Hey, Mr. Tony, what is your timeline on courting for marriage these days versus what you said a few years ago? Do you think it should take a year or less to be engaged or even married? Today, unfortunately, engaged is 2 years, marriage is 3 years. And special circumstances, it could be 5 years for marriage, 3 years for engagement. It used to be 12 months, 12 to 18 months a man is proposing. 18 to 24 months, y'all married. But today, because of social media and because of dating apps and because of free corn online, corn, move the C, put the P there, you'll know what I'm talking about. I know my demographic. Sometimes it be people different sectors of the world, and they be like, free corn? Where I get some corn at? I'm hungry. But with that right there, that has pushed it back, because men are not as desperate for marriage. See, it used to be a time where a man wanted to get married so that he could be intimate. He had that rushing in his blood, and he wanted to get married because we was conservative at a time. There was a time where we were conservative, to where there was a way to do things. You meet a woman, you start getting to know her, courting her, you ask her to be yours, you ask her to marry you, y'all move in together, y'all have a kid. But the more and more further we got away from the Bible, from God, from whatever. And the more technology, the more influences, the more we start doing things backwards, doing it our own way. So now it's like everybody sleeping together, living together. So it's pushing marriage back because we doing things, we playing house. I've been celibate for a year. When my ex-husband found out, I knew he had a girlfriend. Well, that's a loaded question now. It's a loaded question. I wouldn't call it karma. Karma, for me, come from a religious belief. I'm Christian, so we don't have karma in Christianity. But fornication is a sin, and the wages of sin is death. And you reap what you sow, so you reap what you sow. And then it's also when you doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And I tell people all the time, especially people who are abstaining, I'm always talking to people who are abstaining, and I'm like, listen, I done coached so many people. Sound like some type of little flower, some wasp or something over there on the window. I done talked to so many people who was abstaining, and then they decided to get into bed and caught an STD. The first time out of abstinence. People who had been abstinent for years. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the body beating all the defenses and whatever, how it fight bacteria be so different from not messing around, that it just be so open and sensitive, or if it just be a life lesson. So that's why it's a good reason where if you know how God say do it, everybody get a lesson from this right here. This right here could happen. I was talking to one of my family members who was just feeling themselves and was on vacation and had 11 kisses on vacation, talking about they were just out there feeling themselves. I said, you could have came back with all kind of stuff around your mouth. Could have got mono. Could have died. Or the YouTube beginner class is still, TonyGastonAcademy.com. That's just for the day. Just a little recession-proof gift that I put out there at TonyGastonAcademy.com. Oh, I ain't got it on here. I ain't on my thing. Oh, y'all see it up here at the top up here. God bless you, Joya. God bless you. Joya always be looking out for me. Knew this guy from college, joined his Bible study, and he expressed interest. I'm kind of shy, so I've been avoiding the study, and I also don't feel like I'm where I need to be spiritually. Should I let it go? That right there ain't nothing but the devil. So, and where you need to be spiritually, just read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read the book of Proverbs. Read a chapter a day. Read a chapter from the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, or what have you. A chapter there. And go from there. Y'all give me 1 minute. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. That was my boys' program, and it's after 10 o'clock. But it's just like when you're doing something like this, what we doing. The link in the description. That I was just seeing something else. Somebody was talking about people tired of people dry begging online. It's like, no, don't start that now. When the real servants out here is helping, and we really helping after y'all done gave Umar $2 million for a school we ain't seen crack the ground. And then y'all gave Jay Morrison $11 million for the real estate trust real estate. And then now when the real servants get out here doing something, oh, we tired of people begging. What? Don't try to get stingy now. Like, let us get some help for those of us who really doing something. But y'all forgive me. Had to take that call from the boys program because we have boys that's, like going through or getting hurt, different things. And so just trying to help the best way we can. Tressa, no, it's not too late. The link is in the description. So y'all know up under the video, it got a description. You'll see it say, want to talk to an agent. You can use that same link right there. Get on there. They'll tell you all about it. Great extra stream of income. We got an agent that is, he 19 or 20. And he made $2,000 last week. He had his commission check $2,000, 19, 20 years old. It could be 19, right? Fresh out of high school. Made $2,000 last week. Helping his family get insured. And running calls and getting people a life insurance policy. So it's very real. And it's also needed. It's like we ain't selling blow tiles for the desert. It's not like we doing something that's not needed. And so definitely get on in there. Tell people all the time, like, I wish I would have thought about it because it's just another way of purpose. Like, you helping families avoid fish fries and all of that, and you able to get blessed as well. Why would 50-plus-year-old men want to date and marry women in their 20s? It's a midlife crisis. It's a midlife crisis. Hey, God bless y'all. I didn't see these super stickers. Keita Jones, Maurice Dowell, God bless you. I'm going to answer these real quick before they disappear. I'm a 26-year-old husband, dad, RN, and content creator. I want to step into coaching. What's the best way to build something real in an oversaturated space? But I tell you what, me personally, I never believed that a space is oversaturated. Like, I'm 41 and I just got my insurance license. Like, how long insurance been around? And, we've been able to help just my team probably since, I think, April. I think we've enacted over 200 policies. So we've been able to help over 200 people secure their family, start generational wealth, in a matter of a couple of months. And so I say that to say, I believe you got a fingerprint and your fingerprint makes you different. And that it's always room for you. It's always room for you. Whatever you want to become, a financial planner, tax preparer, just like you became an RN, that could be seen as somebody say, oh, it's too many RNs. But guess what? It's never enough RNs. Never enough LPNs, CNAs. So as long as you are you, your seat always at the table. So TonyGastonAcademy.com, got the life coach certification on there. You go through there, you get all my years of experience and how I became a 6-figure and then 7-figure life coach, just helping other people. And then, which is not required, you don't have to take a course to be a life coach. That's different than being an insurance agent. Insurance agent, you got to be licensed with your state. Life coach, you don't have to be licensed. If you got the gift, the desire, you can jump out there, boom. And if people are willing to pay you to help them in their life because of what they see, the value you add, then it is what it is. Deambry, God bless you. Welcome to the Blessed Tribe. Friends since high school, now in our 20s. He's liked me for years. I said no to commitment at first because of lifestyle difference, but changed mine. He said great, things were good, but now he's ignoring me. Got what he wanted. Won. And if y'all slept together, and then also you never want to tell a man no, then change your mind. Because your intuition is the strongest thing out here. So if you tell a man no and then change your mind, you up a creek, because now he resentful. Now he's spiteful. And a man always gonna make you pay. He gonna make you pay. If you tell him no, then you come back around. And this on average now. This ain't Bible in the sense of like it's absolutely always gonna happen. But majority of the time, if you tell a man no, you gonna pay a price. Amen. God bless you, Joya. And let's see. Let me see here. Peaceful and blessed. You might be either logged into your wrong account. Like if you got a second email address, you could be on that one instead of the one you signed up with. Or you could have said something crazy and got blocked or restricted, which I don't think that would be the case. But just think back and say, did I ever try Tony like a baser? And because you could be blocked or restricted, which I don't think that'll still let you post. So I don't think that's the case. So it's probably you just in your wrong account. But I would look and see if the payment came out this month or last month, and then log into google.com or youtube.com and then click on the support and reach out to them, because they probably could tell you what's going on. But the membership stuff, it have nothing to do with me because I don't run it. It's ran by YouTube. So y'all payments for the be a member, that goes to YouTube. It go to them. They take 30%. Then they send me 70% 30 days later. My mom is holding hurt from my trauma, and I'm trying to heal, but she constantly brings it up when I'm being optimistic and moving forward. She guilt trips when I set boundaries. Advice, please. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You can't bend, you can't break, you can't fold. Keep doing what you're doing, but just make sure you don't reinforce. Make sure you don't reinforce toxic behavior. So if you have to ignore a text message, if you have to say, Mom, all right, I got to go. Mom, got to go. And she will learn. You teach people how to treat you based on what you stop, what you allow, and what you reinforce. So long as you understand that right there. Right about that. Yeah, I'm gonna read that right there. One day, Lord willing, maybe when I retire. That right there. But my boyfriend is 6 years older than me and is divorced. He's on child support. Should I still stay till he gets his money right, or leave for someone closer to my age? It's in this day and age, a mirror, somebody closer to your age gonna be broker than him. The older a man is, the more money he make. Most male millionaires didn't become a millionaire till their 50s. So you'll be jumping ship right before he might have his breakthrough. Now, me personally, I really don't know about a divorced man. And it depends on how long y'all been together. And he on child support, he should be able to afford that child support, because that's just a percentage out your check. So that should be affordable. But then also being divorced, sometimes divorced men don't want to remarry. They got too much trauma. So you got to really have conversations about, like, what's your views on remarrying? Like, how you feel about that? Like, how traumatic was your marriage? and the divorce and all of that. Y'all, you got to get that kind of insight to see. How do I find my purpose? I cannot find a passion or interest in anything, and I am tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Also, do you plan on doing more purpose videos on YouTube? Unfortunately, my YouTube channel only promotes relationship videos, so it's purpose videos on here, but you're gonna have to click videos and scroll all the way through them, or you're gonna have to type purpose Tony Gaskins. But on Tony Gaskins Academy, we have the entrepreneurship with purpose. I think that'll be a great course to take, but in a practical way. In order to find your purpose in this day and age, you got to cut out the noise. So what you first need to do is look at your screen time and see how long you are on social media per day, because that right there will kill your purpose. So I would look at your screen time. After evaluating your screen time, if you don't know your purpose, you should not be on social media more than an hour a day. If you don't know your purpose, or if you're not passionate about anything. And the next thing you want to do is look at your other inputs. Do you watch Love Island? You don't need to be watching Now Love, Now Island, no Island of Love, no Love or Island. If you're not passionate about anything and you don't know your purpose, you shouldn't be watching no TV. You got to spend time with yourself. You got to spend time with yourself, and you have to go back to when you was a kid. What were you drawn to? What did you do? And when you can't find purpose and passion, then serve. Find somebody to serve. You reach out to a servant. Tony, can I be a moderator and block ignorant comments? That right there. When you start serving, go to the soup kitchen. Go pick up trash outside. Buy 3 loaves of bread. Make peanut butter and jelly, unless it's illegal in your city. Go hand out them, put them in Ziploc bag. Go hand out them peanut butter and jelly to the homeless. Take a man with you, so you don't get grabbed up by nobody who maybe them had too much sun exposure and starting to lose their mind. Or you can hand it out to them out the window. But go serve. You got to remember, purpose is rooted in service. So we in this society, we so self-centered and we so self-serving that's why we lack purpose, because we don't serve. Like, look, it's 10:21 p.m. where I'm at, and I'm on here serving. And so that's what we got to understand. I ain't got that long left. Kiara, I forgot what you said to know what you finishing up. Y'all see, as a life coach, I learned how to compartmentalize. As soon as I read your question, I forget it. Because if I hold all on to it, my shoulders will be so heavy. I still got to go home and shower and wash the hairline out because I get a haircut in the morning. How do you evaluate if a man has truly changed and deserves another chance when he has repeatedly cheated on you after being given another chance previously? Repeatedly? Child, you got to go. You got to go. Like, listen, women get mad at me when I say if he cheat once and you decide to forgive him. It be so many tough women in the comments. It be so many comment warriors. Don't even get on. Leave him on the first time. Leave him on the first time. It's like you are dealing with a human being. You are dealing with a human being. You see what David did in the Bible. You see what Adam and Eve did in the garden. You see what Cain did to Abel. Like, it's a good possibility everybody gonna get cheated on. It's a good possibility every one of us will get cheated on in some capacity in a relationship. You really will not find a successful relationship where there was no type of infidelity in any kind of way. It'll be hard pressed. It might be 1%, I would say, and I'm saying this from being a relationship coach for the last 15 years. And I mean, you'll see the mildest, lamest relationships. Like, you look at them and you just think like, wow, y'all just sit on the porch in rocking chairs all day drinking sweet tea and lemonade, and the man that had a baby on the woman. And you'll look at them and they just a mild mannered, just a nice, and you get to hear their story, the man that had a baby on them. And so cheating happens from men and women. So I am not against people forgiving it one time. The first time, because we humans and because Jesus loved us and he died on the cross for us and he has forgiven us for repeated sin, the first time I say it is a mistake. The second time I say it is a choice. The third time it is a habit. Now technically the first time was a choice and it wasn't a mistake. It was a stupid choice, bad choice. So mistake, choice, habit. If you get cheated on 3 times and you catch somebody cheating on you 3 times, you probably have been cheated on 30 times because you don't get caught all the time. I'm on the spectrum and I'm not sure how to meet someone with dating. Men don't seem to have patience with women on the spectrum. My wife tell me that I'm on the spectrum, but I don't really know what that means when you say that, sister. I really don't know what on the spectrum means. It's like I get like the autism spectrum, but I don't know what that means. Like, so I'll probably have to talk to you personally to see what you mean by that. But people struggle with anything that's different. That's why slavery happened, discrimination. That's why we have racism, prejudice. Like, people struggle with different. And I remember as a child, we was young, probably under 15. I had a cousin, and we was around somebody that was handicapped. And he was like, man, I don't like being around them people. It made my stomach hurt. And he was a kid. So when you hear it, you will think that he's being mean. But as I got older, I never forgot he said that. But I looked at him and he like winced with pain. And what it was a feeling of empathy and inadequacy. What he was saying was, they make me feel helpless. And it hurts me to see what they going through and what they feeling, and there's nothing I could do about it. Because he wasn't mean to them. He didn't bully them or beat up on them or do nothing like that. But he was articulating. And this was my cousin, little black kid. We wasn't smart. We ain't have all no words or nothing like that. He was like, man, when I'm around them people, it make my stomach hurt. And I realized, like, okay, it's not hate. Because he ain't being mean. He ain't being rude or nasty. It was almost like a sense of helplessness. And so sometimes when somebody get around you and you different, they will internalize that and they will feel inadequate if they can't relate to you, if they can't speak your language, if they can't understand you. And so now you become a reflection to them. Like, they see you as you are a mirror, and you showing them where they have shortcomings. You showing them where they're inadequate. And because they're not processing that what you're living with, it's not their fault, and they can't like solve it or change it or do anything about it. So sometimes it's not even a person being rude, mean, or nasty. It's just them literally feeling inadequate and feeling like, man, I can't do enough. I'm not enough. And then sometimes it's just people just not understanding differences or feeling like they don't have the capacity, to understand. How can you be certain God is calling you to marriage? Because not all are called to be married. I want better understanding of what Jesus said about the eunuchs. Now, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. But I never read about Jesus and the eunuchs. And so I'm not able to speak on that. But I also believe that if you believe God and you trust God, the Bible say that God will grant you the desires of your heart. So some people in this day and age may not be called to marriage because they have told themselves so many times that they're not called to marriage, because they couldn't obtain marriage in the timeline that they wanted marriage. So they started telling themselves marriage must not be for me. And now their countenance has adopted that belief system. The way they dress reflects that belief system. The way they talk to people of the opposite sex reflects that belief system. And it's all because of what they told them. I don't believe that you will live for God wholeheartedly and he not grant you the desires of your heart if those desires are within his will. And I believe that if it is God's desire for you to be single, that he will make you purposeful in the kingdom. Because if you're not purposeful in the kingdom, meaning a prophetess, prayer warrior, a soul winner, minister of some sort, then it's like the only other purpose outside of that would be to love. May not be a relationship love. It could be loving the kids. It could be something like that, but that's still purposeful in ministry. So if marriage is not for you based on God's desire, then he will show you clearly what your ministry is and why you can't be married because of the calling on your life. But it ain't going to just be, I'm going to just make you single to be miserable and lonely. That God is, and he's not that type of God. Like, what does it say about a man's character when he wants to be a streamer as a career? Hey, I'm going to tell you this. I'm ready to be a streamer. You hear me? So I don't know what it say about us, but I am fit to start streaming tonight. I might start my Twitch account while I'm on this live. Listen, I'm getting on Twitch because of what Diddy said. And what's the other boy? My son told me that boy Speed just signed 2 years, 600 million. And guess what? Now this is a lesson for everybody. Speed signed 2 years, 600 million. I be DMing them. My wife and son be teasing me because I be DMing celebrities and they be like, "Oh, you so cringe." I DM Kaisa Nat, I DM Aiden Ross. I'm like, hey man, can a life coach get on that streaming? And like, let me get on this streaming. Do I gotta play a video game? If I play 2K or Madden, and I just get all of the people who support me online, who got a son who play video games, but he may not have a lot of male influences in his life that's positive. And then y'all get on my Twitch. And I'm going to just be playing the game and giving the game, teaching the game while I'm on that Twitch. Listen, I be reaching out to boys, they ignore me because I don't know how to do it. I'm too old. But let somebody show me how to get on that Twitch. I'm on there tomorrow. And y'all going to get tired. I wish Tony stopped begging about getting on Twitch. We already on YouTube. Listen, whatever I got to do on Twitch, I don't know what I got to do. If I got to play a game, if I got to talk, if you know how to do a Twitch, email me. I'm getting on there. Listen, I'm going everywhere. I got to do it all. 600 million to do the work of the Lord. And they ain't got to ask nobody for no tithe and offering and be twisting the scripture up there like Keon Henderson them. Up there, the Bible be done said all kind of stuff. I be like, nah, I ain't never heard the Bible say that. Nah, is that what that mean? All to get that tithes and offering. If they ain't got to finesse nobody out of tithes and offering, and I could do the work of the Lord. Listen, sister, I'm finna stream too. I'm gonna tell you now. Speed, he probably loved his mama and blessed his mama, but that boy told his story. He say his mama kicked him out the house. Black women, y'all got to stop giving up on your black son if he ain't breaking no laws. If he not breaking no laws and he not blaspheming the Lord, support that boy. because y'all get so down on black men. And an example of it was simply a mirror question when she said, should I leave him because he said he can't spoil me? And y'all, that is Satan. That is Satan. I'm telling you, that's Satan tricking you out your blessing. Can you imagine? Now, Speed might still do it. The boy name is I Show Speed. He might still bless his mama now at that kind of money. I'm a bless her just because that's my mama. She gave birth to me and she could have aborted me. I'm a bless her out of 600 million. But the boy say his mama kicked him out the house because she didn't like him streaming. She ain't like him streaming, kicked him out the house. The boy say he moved to Detroit to live with his daddy. And see, as men, we get it though. Like my sons be kind of hinting at sometimes being streamers, and my wife will look at them like they crazy. Like, what if you don't get a degree, get a job? I'm like, man, these degrees ain't paying. I just was talking to a guy the other day, and he was telling me, he was like, man, listen, I got a master's degree, and my job let me go. It's like degree don't mean everything. Like, it's a lot of people that got degrees with 3-4 E's, and the job market just ain't there. So anything, as long as the man willing to do something. Now, if he's smoking weed all day in the house and you can't breathe, and he can't just say, I'm finna just stream, you still need to work now. Stream outside of work. Still need to work now till that stream and pick up. Like Speed could do that because he was a kid. He's still a kid. Can you make an updated video on why average black men tend to come in the relationship acting terrible in the relationships in their 20s? Nah, I ain't know I made no video on that to begin with. But yeah, I have to do that then. Yeah, I have to do that. I ain't sure I know the answer to it. Did I answer that before? That must was the Holy Spirit. If a man says you too good for him, but you find out later he actually chose someone else during that time and now wants to reconnect with you, asking to build a healthy relationship, thoughts? I keep it moving. Because as men, I mean, yes, we done ran off good women and all of that right there, but when you got a man number, meaning like you the one for him, he ain't finna mess over on you. If he worth being with. If he mess over on you and you a good woman, that's not your man. And he don't deserve you. Oh, I wonder, I'm like, why I got a little headache? I ain't ate nothing. I ain't ate all day. I was fasting today, but see, when you fast, you're supposed to rest. I've been pouring out all day. It's like in days like this, I be ready to be a pastor so I could twist some scripture. Lord forgive those. Lord don't strike me. I'm just using an example now. I ain't finna get up there like that, like Prophet Brian Carn and them, Keon Henderson them. But on days like this, I be ready to be a pastor so I could twist some scripture. The Bible said, you ain't gonna get a dime unless you give it to the church. I'd be like, Lord, I need a blessing on high. Hey, Tony, so do you really believe that every guy that watches Corn is in the men? Yeah, nah. If I said it, I believe it, nah. If I said it, I believe it. Yes. And for those y'all who didn't catch it, on the young folks on the YouTube, Corn me. It took me a while to catch it. Somebody was like, Tony, this guy over here, he do videos like you. Sent me the video. I clicked the video. He was like, and he got watching that Corn. I was like, huh? I'm children of the Corn. I'm like, Corn? What do that got to do with anything? I said, boy, he need to give up that relationship coaching. And then I figured it out. My wife be teasing me about how slow I be to catch stuff. And I just be. So, yes, I believe in the men. I believe they in the men. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I know a good percentage of men, a lot of men watch it. But I'm going to say that because I don't watch it. So yes, I'm throwing them under the bus because I don't watch it. But I just, as a man, I can't wrap my head around watching another man thing. It ain't nothing in me. And some men talking about, oh, I'm watching woman on woman. Okay, well, that's still useless. It's like, well, what is that about? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, what is they doing? Creating grease fires? Like none of it makes sense. It's barbaric. It is barbaric. It is disgusting. It's like, if it was socially acceptable, I would not shake hands. I would not shake no man's hand. I wouldn't even do a fist bump. Do virtual high five, man. Cause I know what you probably into. You're nasty. So yes, I don't trust it. And if you meet a man and he watch that, you tell him you need to get therapy. You need to get therapy. You might need addiction therapy, but you need to get therapy. And we got to do better as that. We got to have more self-control. Got to have more self-control. You still doing talks with Tony? I need the email because I need to know how to get rid of a male friend, even though he's a family friend and the family ain't listening to how unsafe I feel because he's a creepy incel. Now, sis, I probably can't answer. I don't know what an incel is. I done heard the name. Let me Google that. I be hearing y'all say that. I say, boy, y'all get a vocabulary when y'all want to talk about a man. But I really don't know what it is. A member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile toward women and men who are sexually active. Oh, so they hating on women and men who are sexually active? Wow. Well, that's a miserable little community there. My goodness. And all they got to do is just get on somebody's treadmill. If you get on somebody's treadmill as a man, you're going to be able to find you a woman. It don't matter how different you are, I used to work in a group home with men who had, like developmental issues in their brain. And they had girlfriends. I used to have to take them to the developmental issues dance. We'd be at the dance, and it's a dance full of people with developmental issues. And them men kept a girlfriend. They'd be on the phone all day. Hey, who you talking to? Talking to my girlfriend. Tony, why you worried about it? Talk to my girlfriend. Yeah, Tony, if I have good behavior, these were grown men now. Tony, if I have good behavior, will you do my outing where I could go see my girlfriend, take my girlfriend to? I'm like, man, well, how you get your girlfriend and you living in the group home now? But they kept them a woman. And some of them had a woman without developmental issues. So I'm going to tell you, if you meet a guy and he acting like that and he crazy, like he acting like that, you got to get far from him. You got to get far from him. Because y'all seen what happened to the sister who met that man online. And she went over to his house or whatever. She invited him over to her house, and I think they say he chopped up and put it in the freezer. And that stuff is real. That stuff is real. Some of these men got so much pain because they done sat in the dark, and instead of growing in the dark, they getting destroyed in the dark. Because the thing about it is, they go to getting an insatiable craving for doing something outlandish to a woman from watching so much of that nasty movies. And that lust, it can't be quenched. The more they feed it, the stronger it gets, and the more sadistic it gets, the darker it gets, the more craziness they want to get into. And I done seen it happen. That stuff dangerous, and it's like it ought to be outlawed, but the country, they want you to be uncontrolled. They want you to be sporadic and out there. I had somebody I met through a mutual friend tell me he loved me with 2 days of me talking on the phone with him. Don't even meet him in person yet. Is that a sign of lack of emotional intelligence? No, they ain't lack of emotional intelligence. That's a sign of crazy. Met through a mutual friend, tell me he loved me with 2 days of me talking on the phone with him. Didn't even meet him in person yet. Yeah, that's a sign of crazy. But actually, it might not be. Your talk game might be so good. He could feel like he love you. But the thing is, you got to make sure you pay attention to all the signs. So it's like you got to make sure he ain't showing no red flags. He ain't trying to move in. He ain't asking for no money. He ain't trying to do none of that. Got to make sure of that. What are your thoughts on the P. Diddy verdict? Do you think he would change once he's out? Oh, I ain't really hear about it. He get not? I ain't really hear about that. I even though I was doing the little videos on it. Let me see what Diddy got going on. Hey, I've been in the trenches, y'all. I really ain't been able to. Okay. Well, he's going to remain detained until his sentencing. The sentencing is scheduled for this fall. Prosecutors plan to seek a 4 to 5 year prison. Prosecutors? Oh, he finna eat. Because I'm going to tell you, like, with what he did, most men don't care. And it's a lot of women don't care. So he going to eat. When you go sit down, and I think they say his private jet making so much money being chartered out, and is he gonna change? No, I don't think he's gonna change. He might tone it down a little bit. Might have 8 bottles of baby oil instead of 18 bottles, but I don't think he's gonna change. I think he went too far and did too much, and the stuff they described that he did. To me, it sounds like a reprobate mind. Like, I don't even know if God even deal with people that done gone that far. Like, if he done been turned over to a reprobate mind. Now, if he come back to the Lord, seriously, but I don't know if because he know me. He used to quote me. He used to quote me online. And his sons used one of my quotes, too, without my name on it. So P didn't know who I am. He ain't never reach out to me though. He know what I do. And I know some of his baby mamas. They used to follow me or maybe still follow me, or I seen one of them follow me and then unfollowed me when I talked about them. So I don't know what she had going on. Another one I met through another client. So I know, I'm in vicinity, but he went to TD Jakes. And so it's like when you see men who go to people who allegedly is into what they into, because they call TD Jakes a power bottle. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, he stepped down from that church, so it's kind of like, I ain't stepping down from my church if ain't no truth to the allegation now. But it could be age. So that's my thing, is if TD Jakes is into some funny business, because he got sued too by a man who, the man was saying TD was touching on him or tried to come on to him. And, God forbid, allegedly, hopefully it ain't true, but I don't think a person could change if they go to people who is gonna condone what they doing. But me being a coach and have working with people, some people, I just have felt like it ain't no helping them. Like some people, it's just, I'm like, wow, I don't know if this possible. I don't know if this person could change. It don't matter what you say. Hey, welcome to the new members. God bless you. I have clients that are 37 and older. Do you think it's okay for them to date online, or do you still think they should wait to go online until they're near 50? Please advise me. If they're your client and you are supporting them, you're holding them accountable and all of those things, then it's okay to go online. Like when you got somebody that can kind of help you vet things and help you put boundaries in place and things of that nature, it's okay to go online. When you're not doing that, then when you don't have nobody, then that's different. Hey, God bless you, Lucolo. I'm gonna, when I get down to you in the chat, I'll highlight it on the screen if it still be there. Lucolo, God bless you. Bless to all. Thank you, Brother Tony. Ladies, I pray the Lord touch each and every one of you and give you the desire to seek him fully. God bless you. I could have swore I just heard that name from Mozambique, maybe, or something like it. TG, most of my first dates, women's dump their trauma on me. Is this normal? How do I handle this? It is normal. And what I tell men is you got to be willing to heal a woman's heart before you can have a woman's heart. And I think a lot of men don't agree with that. And they say, oh, she shouldn't bring none of that to me. She got to deal with her own problems. But the Bible say a husband is to love his wife as Christ loved the church. And Christ heals us. He heals us so he can help us. And he washes us. He cleanses us. Like Christ makes sure that we good. And I think a lot of times men forget that call. And so, in essence, I don't believe a woman will ever love you more than if you were to help her unpack some of that and almost be like her life coach, so to speak. Like you speaking life into her and you helping her understand things. That don't mean she your wife. She may get that help from you and leave. But if you willing to show that you have the capacity as a man, as a protector and a provider to help her unpack some of what she done went through, and she meant to be with you, she gonna love you and trust you and submit to you as a leader and allow you to lead and guide the household because you've shown her your capacity. You've shown her where your mental at. You've shown her your level of understanding and your level of depth. And so she's able to see, like, I could trust you with my fears. I could trust you with my worries. I could trust you with my pain. So then I could trust you with my love. I could trust you with my hope. I could trust you with my dreams. I could trust you with my body. I could trust you with my trust. And that right there, when you get that from a woman, I'm going to tell you, it's overwhelming. Man, that thing overwhelming, man. It's like, whoo, that love be so strong. Like, I'm saying this in a nice way. My wife get on my nerve. She love me so much. It's just like she want to play so much, laugh so much, joke so much. I be tired. Like, I have to make her mad to get a break. I have to say something that I ain't supposed to say, just to get under her skin so I could get a little break. Like, just get mad when she get. I be needing a break. But when you a good man and you love that woman like that, man, that love is overwhelming. That love is just all over you. And I think a lot of men never get to experience that because we as men go in with our trauma. We done been hurt. We done been cheated on. We done been lied to. We done been dogged out. We got a bad relationship with our mom or our auntie or our grandma or that older woman from the neighborhood or the family that might have touched you when you were too young or made you do this or made you do that. And then you go into the relationship and you secretly low-key mad at women. Don't trust women, scared of women, confused by women, don't understand women. And then we'll go in and project. And so we never get to enter into that space what God got for us. Yeah, I'm going to do 24 minutes now. I ain't ate today. I'm fasting today. Not like a religious fast or anything like that. I'm talking to the Lord all day, every day, whether I'm eating or not. But just a little body cleanse, just a little, give my body fully time to process. How long do you think it should take a man to ask you to be official then if he sees you as his wife, his fiance? A healthy man going to ask you around month 12. He going to ask you around month 12. Somebody say no sound. See, I got on here. Man, I'm way back. These comments from 10:07. It's 10:52. My goodness, boy, that chat full then. Ooh, I'm so behind on that chat. Alright, good now. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me see what this K Love 22. God bless you. I met a white man, 40 years old, and never married on Hinge. He's traditional, wealthy, and based in Iowa. Should I be concerned? Give me his contact and let me talk to him for you. Give a donation for the boys program, and then I'll let you know. Should you be concerned? Yeah, build with him, especially if you're in another state. Like, see, listen, don't block your blessings out of fear. Just make sure he don't have zip ties and body bags. You gotta look around that freezer. Make sure he ain't got no blood on the saw out there in the barnyard where the potatoes at. But I'm gonna tell you, sometimes the Lord see your pain and what you done been through, and he send you a blessing that might not look like you. I done seen enough, heard enough, and helped enough people. I done coached over 3,000, probably 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people one-on-one. And I used to be against interracial dating because of the color lines and because of the racism and the prejudice. But now I'm like, listen, we living in a time today to where love got to be blind. And you got to judge a person by their character. And as long as you're not getting with them for their color, for their race, and operating from a insecure or self-hating place, but you getting to know them as a person, then it's all right, But you got to make sure they on the same thing. Make sure they on the same thing. Is it best to go no contact with an estranged parent, or cut the conversation short? I'm working on healthy boundaries, especially now that I am married now and don't want that to cause strife. I would just keep the conversation limited and cut it short. Keep the conversation limited. But I wouldn't, because your parent could die. Marquisha Perry, God bless you. Y'all, thank y'all for them super chats. God bless you. Enjoy you. God bless you. The link is in the description. Sure will. Ma'am, you have to send that again. And I'm a coach. You don't do counseling. I just have to clarify that. If you want counseling, you got to go to a licensed counselor. Coaches, we don't have license unless you are a therapist or counselor and a life coach, which it's a lot of therapists and that's becoming life coaches, so that they could do a little more and help a little more out of the box. Old boy say he building that school. Hey, I'm finna build a school. Well, I'm trying to build a safe house first. But if I raise the money for it, y'all gonna see. But I feel like also too, I feel like sometimes it ain't that we want to do the wrong thing. It's just that we don't come from financial literacy. You know, most people of color don't come from financial literacy. So if you raise millions of dollars, it's gonna be very hard for anybody to do the 1,000% right thing if they come from certain neighborhoods, certain areas. And I think that's what we've seen happen with the Dr. Umar and the Jay Morrison with that fund. It's like a lot of people, I think in the beginning, they mean right, but when them bills due or whatever, or they get that money and their heart ain't changed, or they ain't had a mindset change from scarcity to abundance, they fall right in their own trap. Male friend goes to dad's church, and his fam friend now try to distance myself because he has tried me at least 3 times in the last 10 years. Fam is downplaying the situation. I feel unsafe. How do I get him gone forever? Sister, you're going to have to you got to talk to your family. But at the same time, too, if all your family feel like I'm not your family, so maybe we need to have a coaching session, and I'll tell you if you're tripping. But I have been talking to more and more women who are tripping, in the sense of just like, there's a big decline right now in the mental health of women. And I think it's because of overstimulation and too much consumption. because a woman is an empath and a woman is a nurturer. And I think that when women spend too much time on social media, it leads to that empathy zone being overused. And then also women are territorial and competitive because of childbirth and the scarcity of men. And so when women get online too much and you see too much comparison of another woman relationship, another woman man, what he doing for her and all of that, I think that starts to affect, it starts to deteriorate the mental health of a woman. And I'm noticing that men and women are struggling with mental health, but I feel like it affects us differently. And so sometimes too, you could be tripping because you fearful, and it might not be what it is. So I also say that to say, if all your family saying you tripping, then you might need to look and see, okay, am I overplaying this thing? Am I looking at it the wrong way? But at the end of the day, you got to listen to you, because you got to live with that. So, okay, some of these we answer because I clicked on it up at the top, and I'm just not getting to it. What did the Bible say about divorce and remarriage? Can a woman be graced to remarry after divorce? No cheating, but got caught looking at a lot of emotional and verbal. Nah, I lost you right there on no cheating, but got caught looking at if the woman was doing that or if the man was doing that. But no, the Bible says you can't remarry, and so, or that a woman will be in adultery. And people remarry all the time. So it's one of those things of where God is a forgiving God, and it's like nobody gonna really know if you remarry and that's a sin, and you say, Lord, forgive me if this is a sin, and if you are forgiven even though you still in that marriage, that's a remarriage. Nobody gonna know till they meet God if they misinterpret it or if that was an unforgivable thing. But I believe if God forgive murder and all the likes, that you're not going to hell for remarrying. If you talk to God and you got a heart for God, and God, you feel a peace about that. But what the Bible says, then you got to take that up with God. Tony, I signed up for my IUL policy this afternoon, continuing to working on 3Bs. God bless you. Man, you building wealth. God bless you there. Need to check on who you signed up with that IUL. Make sure they did the right thing by you now. Question, a lot of women have stayed in bad relationships. Hey, y'all, I got about 15 more minutes on here. I haven't ate today, so I'm starting to lose my voice and everything. A lot of women I know have stayed in bad relationships and still are there now. Should I have stayed? I feel so alone, but he was a terrible person, but I was financially stable. No, you shouldn't have stayed. And a lot of women in bad relationships because that's where they want to be. That's what they feel they deserve. That's what they feel they worth. But if you know you worth more than that, then you shouldn't settle because another woman settled. My dad is 65 and hasn't sold insurance in decades, but still keeps his license active just in case. My parents used to hit that concrete door to door. Great way to network in other ways as well. It sure will. Tell your daddy, come on over here and join the team now. Get on over here on 1322, which comes from Proverbs 13:22. I was talking to one of my agents and he didn't know that. He didn't know that 1322 agency is from Proverbs 1322. Because we ain't trying to use life insurance just to die. We also using life insurance to build generational wealth. It's like what job you gonna have that's gonna leave you enough money to leave your child $500,000 or your next of kin $500,000 in your lineage. So click that link in the description now. We got a lot of black folk that's scared of it, but it's free and you get to learn about it. And then after you learn, now you make an informed decision. Do I want life insurance or do I want to die without life insurance? And the choice will be clear. Cause you'll be sitting there on the slab at the coroner office and talk to the Lord like, why you ain't have no insurance? Now your family can't even bury you. You see them out there at the fish fry, and all you could do is get insurance. You was spending and eating out at Popeyes anyways every month. You could have left your next of kin, whether that's your children, your niece, your nephew, $500,000, and be looking down happy. Now that we say that loosely, when I say looking down happy, I ain't talking literal now. People like, oh, tell me the Bible don't say you gonna be looking down on people. We know that. Touch your nose, scratch your booty, and get glad. You told us that before, Mr. Gass. They will stay friends for years and get what they want and then ghost. I'm trying to tell you. If you felt like a man need to be your friend and you put him in that friend zone, don't let him out. Don't let him out. If you do, be ready for everything that come with it. 12 more minutes on here, y'all. I'm about to break it down. About to call the Lord on high. Lord, give me what I need to get through. In the name of Jesus, give me what I need. Advice for dealing with loneliness. Fate, losing my mom. Distance from family, single with no kids, never been in a relationship. I don't know what to do with myself. I work, but no sense of purpose. You need a church. At this time, you need a church. And if you go to a church and you don't like it, it ain't a good place, but you need life groups. You need community. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like a lot of people, they preach church. But the church was created to be a gathering to help one another remain strong and encouraged and together while spreading the faith. So, but like the Bible say, when you get married, now you got to tend to the things of the world. That don't mean that you don't go to church, but what it means is where 2 or 3 are gathered together in the name of the Lord, there he is in the midst. So people with a family and they got husband, wife, kids, they could actually have church. That's how a lot of churches were started, in the living room of a family. And then this neighbor came, then that neighbor came, and that neighbor came, and that's church too. That's all some people got. Then some people, they get out and they go to an actual church because they got a church in their city. But when you feeling like that, you never stay home alone. You got to get in the community. You got to get in church. You got to get involved. Not every church is a good church. Not every church is a bad church. But you got to use discernment, and you'll see. And also things like meetup.com where you got groups and stuff like that. But you got to get out. And because nothing changes unless you do. Cars, I forgot your question. How to navigate abstinence with boyfriend, and told him I want to continue waiting till marriage, and he agrees to wait till marriage too, but he still desires to do it, which is natural feeling. Kaylee got to set boundaries. Y'all shouldn't be living together. If y'all living together, then you need to go ahead and get married. If y'all feeling like that. Melanie, the link is in the description. You know, it should say this. The boys summer program. We leave Wednesday. I'm trying to produce a little thing of like a little symposium for the boys with speakers sharing different careers. So right now we got a music producer, we got a graphic designer, like a designer. Then we got a little financial literacy. One of my financial professionals gonna be talking on investing. And if you think of another industry and you in Atlanta and we probably need a couple more meals. We got chefs that's donating a meal. Like, I'm covering the groceries and gonna promote their business, but they're gonna cook, breakfast or dinner for the boys. And so if you're a chef in Atlanta or you know one personally, then tell them to DM me or email me at tony@tgfamily.org. Y'all put that in the description, Tony, TONY @tgfamily.org. And this week we got, I think, 8 boys going. And these big boys, our biggest boy is 6'7". So they eat, and they cost. So yeah, the link in the description. I sure appreciate the support. And it's a 501c3, so get to write it off on your taxes. Y'all forgive me, I hear something out there beeping. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all forgive me, I had to make sure wasn't nobody put my car on no flatbed. Bill Collector probably been calling me. He done missed the call. Sir, we got to get this car. Had to make sure nobody coming up here. Hey, when you taking care of everybody else, sometimes you got to have your stuff on hold. And right now, doing the work I can't come down from. Had to tell Bill Collector, hey, I get to you when I get it, man. I'm taking care of these boys. We going around the country and paying it forward. Everything was great. Talking 1 month on the phone, 2 to 3 hours almost every night. He hung up on me mid-convo and blocked me on everything because I said I wouldn't sign a prenup. Not intimate thoughts. He was red pill. That was a bit dramatic. He also sounded like you was finna be a cover up. That sounded like some feminine man to do there. Like, I really can't see no real man who was ready and mature hanging up the phone and blocking you on everything. A real man probably would have been more like, well, explain it to me. Like, help me get an understanding. And let's go back and forth on this. Let's talk about this. Almost like a little debate club, and let's explain this. And let's see. I love your content, Tony. I literally review you as online uncle. Your wisdom is very helpful. Hey, thank you, Nara. Now I'm gonna tell you now. One day you love me, and that day you hate me. So you got to be ready, cause I'm a human now. Because there'll be a lot of people be saying that, then I say something that'll offend you now. So, got to know where my heart coming from. Thank you, Joya. That's our link right there to the boys program. And eventually now we're going to build us a safe house. I was going to do like a barndominium with a gym, but it just seemed a little too far-fetched for the gym at this stage. If my insurance company take off like it do for the white guys, it's a little different for the white guys because I think they come from generational wealth. So all they people understand like IULs and building wealth through insurance and stuff like that. But as a black person, sometimes we struggle a little bit more with that, just understanding it, and helping the people. But they literally, make that their life purpose. And they end up being able to do it full time. They doing it full time. I know even guys who captive with selling Allstate or State Farm, they do that full time. My State Farm agent, she full time. But it's like, it's different when you can do house insurance, car insurance, all kind of insurance. My insurance is $2,200 a month, and that ain't including all my life insurance policies. So I be having to scratch that thing. I be like, hey, I'm taking these boys out the state. Give them a few more days on that insurance now. We thank Joya. How do you know if you actually called or married? We seen that one. So I see some of y'all put on here a few times. I got 3 minutes left. All right, we'll start with the questions for 9. Let me see the these here. Y'all, let me grab these super chats to finish up. Should I still get to know a man that tells me he's insecure, not confident, and has trust issues, but he's working through it? No, I don't know about that, sister. I don't know about that, sister. And it depend on, and let me look at you with my good eye. It depend on how he see you. So I can't see you too well, but if he put you in the box of like a celebrity, like if he see you, if you got a celebrity look alike, or if you look like somebody he done had a crush on from a movie or a magazine or something like that, then him telling you that is telling you finna go through it. That he finna have you whoa-eyed. He finna be so on your nerves. So I wouldn't, I say, well, hey, you know, I think we probably ought to pull back. Pull back. I already have a family business. Some that I want to take over and open an online store. We have to stop. What course do you recommend? Entrepreneurship with purpose will help you. Streams of income course will help you. I have over 100 courses on there. Everything I learn, I teach. So when you go to Tony Gaston Academy, you just gotta look at the course, click on it, look at the curriculum, and see what lessons is in there. Nothing is gonna be 1,000% the perfect fit, because it has to be broad enough for a large audience. So when you got something super, super specific, then you may need to just do a one-on-one session for specificity, if that's a word. Hey, thank you. God bless you. Hey, y'all, I'm trying to find these here super chats because they disappearing, and I got to go and get on to the crib. I talked to my wife, and she was like, I said, baby, hey, I'm serving right now. I got so many coaching calls, so many consulting calls, so many, you know, I'm writing a book for a client, and then got another book in the pipeline. She said, hey, man, I don't mind. She was like, because you still got to pay bills, so I don't mind you working. She was like, I don't want it to be broke. So I say, that's the attitude to have. Is sometimes women want a man to provide, but then also want him to be cuddling and smooching all the time. And it's like, it's certain seasons where we can't do it all now. Welcome, new member. God bless you. Okay, so Kalisha was explaining that thing, all this. So you nuts refer to a spiritual situation regarding celibacy, not necessarily dealing with marriage. Okay. Yeah, that's outside. I really ain't got. I done read past it, but I didn't study it and dive deep into it because it didn't, relate to me. How to navigate abstinence with boyfriend. We talked about that. Man, this chat full in here. Y'all forgive me. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to get to here. 312 Beauty Salon. God bless you. Y'all going to the 312 Beauty Salon. Is that Chicago? We might slide through there with the boys, get us an edge up. Sammy, God bless you. Kendra, start hating. I hate. Oh, okay. Did the person 312 Beauty Salon write a question? Oh, okay. Okay, I seen somebody else say put the Q in there. and you bless me with that $20 in a recession. God bless you. Keep your head up. And then y'all seen Trump that made to where if you buy a private jet, you get to write off the whole jet. Like Trump, let us write off these Corollas and Dodge Neons too then. How you just finna make it to where you can write off a jet? Like, let the Uber drivers write they call. Let the DoorDash write they call. You see, it's like, well, people just worried about the rich. Like, okay, that don't benefit us in the big beautiful bill. We can't buy no jet. Let me write off whatever I'm driving. Let me write that bicycle off. Let me write that call. Come on now. Got to look out for everybody. They say you might get rid of income tax or something. So you come up with something. You do that. Now you might be my president. You come up with that. Y'all might be mad with me, Trump cancel income tax. Y'all might be mad with me. I'm like, Mr. President. I'm playing now. All right, Tony, could you make a video touching on boundaries, social media while being in a relationship? Liking a picture and following women really bothers me. Sis, that I have a video on that. You might have to search Tony Gaskin social media. I think it may still be up, but it is wrong. It is wrong. And them likes is intentional, and it's a way to flirt, especially if it's an inappropriate picture or a picture ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And even sometimes when it is a picture that is positive or good, like a woman serving at the soup kitchen, that like still could be to get the woman attention. So that is completely disrespectful. Social media now is an extension of the real world. It's an extension of real life. So looking at a woman's scantily clad picture and then hitting the like button is like lusting after a woman in person and walking up to her to say hello. And so people don't want to hear that. People don't want to admit that. But I just know as a man, if I like a woman picture, it's with intention. Whether it is good intention or bad intention, but it is with intention. That's why they got the like button. You either liking to say good job, keep up the good work, like Bernie Mike, or you is, yeah, you saying good job, keep up the good work. Either way, whether it's soup kitchen picture, book she reading picture, or it's baby suit booty out picture. And so it's like you sending a message, and guys know that, and I have coached and talked to so many people who got into a relationship from a like on social media. Got into a relationship. I done met business partners and got clients off of a like. Just somebody liked my picture, Instagram show it right there by itself. I'm like, why is it showing it by themselves when all the other ones they showing this person, and 10 other people like this post, but this person right here is showing me them by themselves. So I'm naturally, as human nature, you gonna click that picture and you see it like, oh, own this company, own this, do this right here, then boom, in the DM networking, hey, thank you so much for the support. You know what all is that you do. So social networking is a real thing. So when somebody in a relationship, it can't be following, just a bunch of scantily clad women and all of that right there and posting booty all day. Sometimes in my social media history, I have done that because I'm coaching a person and just trying to show them like I'm not judging you. And my wife, she understanding of that, and she know I coach. I've coached prostitutes, I've coached strippers, I've coached R&B celebrities who dress out there, reality stars, but I'm called to go in the trenches and to help people without judgment. So it's different. If a man not doing something to where he has to interact with women and he has to work with women in a way like a non-judgmental way, and he just on there liking pictures, just like pictures. Now, Sister there had put a blessing in here. Somebody else. Baby, God bless you. Y'all, let me get on through this here and just to Empress gifted a membership. I don't know if somebody claimed it now. Normally it'll show when somebody claim it. My moderator, God bless the moderator. Shout out to y'all. They about there keeping the commercials going for me. Okay. Blessings to all. Oh, that's the one I read, but now y'all get to see it. God bless you, Lucolo, in the recession. Sending me a blessing in the recession. God bless you. You might need to let that sit up there a little while. Let that sit on up there. Hey, Tony, what should I do about women in my family who has a history of flirting or try to make me look bad with the men I'm in a relationship with? But that's a swangable offense right there. I know you be ready to shoot the fade, boy. You be ready to pull all that wig out of her head. That right there, that'll have me hot right there. But you have to tell the man, say, listen, when we go around these scallywags, they gonna be trying to say little slick stuff, trying to embarrass me because they lonely and they miserable and they jealous. So I'm giving you a heads up. And I'm asking you, as a man, do not entertain their foolishness. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you if you look at them like they're crazy, or you ignore them, or you walk away, go get your hot dog and some baked beans over there somewhere else, but just do not entertain their foolishness. It make my life a lot harder. So sometimes you just got to preface it and just let somebody know, I'm finna take you around a bunch of fools, a bunch of folks that don't know how to act, and you got to, let them know about your family. Okay, this is the one about the white man. So, see, when they come across the top, I click them and put on there. And sister, you on here with that bathing suit on the Work of the Lord channel. I hope that AI. Hey, God bless you. Is that New Zealand? What that is? New members. Hey, just giving out the shout out, giving out the flowers. People going that extra mile. Y'all, God bless them. Oh, money. Sister, I don't know how to do that. You've been a member for 34 months. And you don't know how to do that? I don't know how to do it either, but when I look at somebody's page, and I done did it before, it just be a little dollar sign right there by the thing to my knowledge, but I don't know if they done changed stuff. I don't get to look at lives or nothing too much. Marquisha, God bless you. I'm seeing a lot of crying, laughing faces. I don't know if somebody said something funny in the chat. Y'all in here telling jokes. What are your thoughts on a man saying he doesn't introduce anyone to his mom or children unless y'all get married? Due to messy situations with the family. I mean, I get it. I think it should be more so when y'all get engaged, you might need to ask for some clarification, like saying, hey, you're not going to introduce me until they get a wedding invitation? Or do you mean if you ask me to marry you and we getting married, like you know we're going to get married, then you introduce me? Like, what do you mean by that? And you can't be mad by that. Somebody sparing a family from having to go through another relationship with them. You can't be mad about that. And then also, too, it's a situation where you don't want to meet them and build a relationship just in case it ain't going to work out and y'all not going to get married. Now you got more soul ties, not just with him, but with his family. And they like you, you like them, and y'all trying to keep in touch. But yet you got to move on, and now the next man coming, your ex-mama calling you, and then he looking at you like you crazy, and now he dump you. So it's like, I think that's actually a good practice what he's doing, but I don't think he meant until he married. Hopefully he meant until he get engaged. Okay, we answered that one from the top cross here already. Lord, I'm tired. I done fasted all day. I done crossed 24 hours. I'm at 27, 28 hours now. Y'all finna have me. Lady Flo, it's funny how YouTube is pushing that account when they don't push my own video and they pushing the AI account. So everybody, you see that, the heart coach Tony Gaskin, one of my clients wrote me about that. I'm like, how is this account getting this kind of visibility? This must be YouTube doing this. This must be somebody out there in Palo Alto, because I got clients who are busting their butt on their YouTube and can't get no views. I got clients, I see they videos sometimes, they shoot a video every day and they get 1 view a day. And then here goes some knuckle brain person that created this AI account and getting views. I wrote them, told them, you need to delete this account. Y'all, you see that account, flag it. Flag it, put report it, spam. I think it's somebody in Palo Alto. I think it's one of the YouTube staff out there. Cause how you got a fake page with AI and getting views? You supposed to be in the abyss of YouTube. You supposed to be in the dark back alleys of YouTube. Can you explain the difference between a woman being sovereign but not being too independent, where she doesn't need a man? Nicole, God bless you, and thank you for asking the question. See, these right here that be under $5, they disappear. So they don't stay up there across the top, they disappear. So y'all, that's why I'm scrolling through the whole chat, because I don't want nobody to send no blessing in with a question and I miss it. So y'all got to give me a little time going through this here little chat, because there's some more of them in there. Now, Nicole, what that is the difference between, remember the maturity continuum. You are dependent, independent, interdependent. So to paint the picture, I had a client one time, white woman like you, look about like you, and from Canada, and she started dating a man, and they went to the store and she bought a vacuum and a CD. She handed him the CD to carry, and she picked up the vacuum. She was a single mom of like an 8 or 9 year old boy, and so she was used to doing everything for herself, because she had to quote unquote be the man, because she had a young child who couldn't lift heavier than her. So that's right there is the difference of when you too independent, when you won't let a man do what he's more capable of doing than you, like lifting heavy things, like facing the world and taking on the darts and the bullets of the world, and being the front line, being the shield, being the protector. When you won't accept from a man, not because you feel like he has bad motives, but just because you feel like accepting his chivalry makes you less than a woman. And so that's when you too independent. So when you mature, you will be able to be independent, but ready and able to be interdependent. So that means independent, interdependent. So that means when you get with a man, you allow him to do what a man can do. So if he want to pay for dinner, let him pay for dinner. If he want to mow the yard, let him mow the yard. If he want to wash the dishes, let him wash the dishes. If he want to fix stuff around the house, let him fix stuff around the house. I'm finna go around the house and start faking like I'm fixing stuff, because women think that's sexy and I can't fix a thing. I'm finna go around the house and start tearing stuff up, and just to fix it again, I'm gonna tear it up and act like it broke, and then just pay attention to how I tore it up so I can put it back together, so I can get me some sexy credits from a wife. Because listen, I don't fix nothing. I do not fix nothing. We'll be talking about, I want a man who handle. All right, you might stay right with you at now, because those of us who know how to get to the money, a lot of us don't be fixing stuff. Because it's like, work smarter, not harder. So I hire somebody who got 10 years of experience of laying flows than me coming in here trying to lay flows, and it take me 30 years. Like, I'd rather just spend the money. Like, I ain't finna be down there hurting my knees and getting callous on my hand just for a woman to think I'm sexy. It's like, okay, that's what you lump a man into. I'll be unsexy then. Listen, I'm not gonna be around here all these rough hands and dirty fingernails and all of that, all on your knee, looking like who shot John and forgot to kill him. It's like all the fellas that do that, God bless you. I'm glad you good with your hand. God bless, I'm good with my mind. Good with my mind. Stay right on over here. Working with my mind. You work with your hand. Go right ahead. Don't let nobody define my manhood. Kathy Johnson, God bless you. Yes, Lord. Hey, listen. Now, we got a trip on the 17th to Chicago. And we ain't even booked the flights yet. You know why? Because we ain't raising funds. It's like we in a recession. We can't walk to Chicago. But then I'm going to have to just call them. Hey, what I'm going to do, what I be doing right now, I call my bill collector and say, hey, y'all a bank. Y'all can wait. Let me take care of these boys, and then y'all just give them a little forbearance. I'm going to get with you. So we find a way. So we going to find a way, because it's like when you make a promise to young black men, you got to keep that promise, because we done had too many broken promises. So that's why, and y'all know, I've been on here since 2011. I ain't started doing my 501c3 or mentioned, this is my third 501c3. I ain't started raising funds until this year, 2025. And I've been on here since 2011. But it just, the Lord told me, Tony, you spent the first 40 years building yourself. The next 40 years, you need to build others. You done built your brand, now you need to build other men. You need to help these young boys see what an example of a real man look like. Because the rappers out here making their mark, the ball players making their mark, it take men that's living like we living to make our mark. It's like we'll have dope boys with a non-profit before we get a non-profit. So that's all it is. My children 19, 15, 7, and my selfies individual business idea. Can you please coach for direction? Amber, I know it's a typo in there, but it just, cause I ain't 8 and 27 hour, 28 hour, I'm not able to figure it out. I know the keys probably got stuck. But yeah, reach out to me. Let's have a session, and you can help me see that. Help me figure that out. But God bless you. But yeah, it's definitely time, especially in this recession. Start you some bit, and no, that's not selfish. If that's what that meant. If you meant, am I selfish for the individual? That's not selfish. That's good for your kids. Sammy, I'm glad, Sammy, you done send a blessing in, but I guess you ain't know how to put that question in. I'm glad you got that in there. And I'm also glad that you blessed, because I feel like I've seen you up here a time or two. And yeah, you doing better than me. Y'all see I'm up here and burning the midnight oil. like, boy, I ain't no YouTuber, but I got to get up here, do me some work. YouTube pushing the fake account and don't even push my real account. I say, what in the world is this? People write me about a fake account, and YouTube trying to bury my real account. I'm like, so I need to create a fake account too then. I'm going to create me a fake account of myself. And I might turn this right here into AI. Let AI start doing this. They all they do just screen your face and then type in the words and use your voice. Somebody sent me a video of me. It's AI. You can't tell it's AI. Look like me talking about dang-a-lang pills. I say, what in the world? And only one person sent it to me. And it's a guy I know. I say, you made this mess. I ain't say that to him. I said, you made this mess because I ain't seen it nowhere else on the web. I ain't seen nobody else sending it to me but you talking about, have you seen this? And it had one view, and that was my view. But made this, trying to show me. But I ain't say nothing about it. And it was promoting angling pills. I say, boy, this AI getting out of hand. It's like you got to wait a few weeks before you believe anything about somebody because it might have was AI. My high school sweetheart of 6 years left me when I became a caregiver for my disabled mother last year. She will live with me. Do you think he would accept my situation if he loved me for real? Yeah, he would accept it. It'll be hard for him to accept it. But not for a man that's in love with you. I just now, like sometimes my mother-in-law be at my house for a week or two at a time, and we don't even have a proper guest room. Like what would be a guest room is a home office. So she be in the like media room, which you know kind of could sleep on the couch or whatever, and she'll be there, and I just don't be understanding it. I'm like, man, why is she here so long? I don't be understanding it, and you know it used to kind of bother me, and just because you know you want to take your shirt off, you might want to sing loud, and so a lot of time men, because we're not nurturers, and they talk about it all the time, how if a man gets sick, the woman be right there, boom, 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 she doing everything. But a lot of time when women get sick, the man will leave, the man will divorce her. My wife, she be teasing me about that sometimes. She be like, I know if I get sick, you gone, but I'm not like that. Like I kick into high gear because I'm a lover. Like I've always been in a relationship. It was always the wrong person until I met my wife. But even in college, all the boys used to hang together. I was always up under a woman. Like I never was just by myself like that. I feel like we was meant to be together. Like men and women meant to come together. And so some men are lovers and some men don't have the capacity for love. Like some men don't have that empathy. And a lot of times the quote I created is, some men will raise so cold that they don't know how to be warm. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. Like some men just don't have that in them. Like they just don't know what to do. Y'all forgive me. Y'all let me get on through these here. Man, there was a lot of these. I ain't realize, okay. Well, not a lot, but it's just this chat so long. In 7 months span, dated 8 to 9 people, and every single one of them claimed that I was the one. All only lasted about 2 weeks to 1 month. Could this be spiritual warfare? I think that you was the one. I think that a lot of men just say stuff trying to get in some draws. And if you let them get in the draws, then that could have been why it ended so fast. Because if you sleep with a man within 2 weeks or a month now, that will, he will leave. But at the same time, he could say you the one, and it could be looks based. Could be looks based. And after that, you just really don't know what it is. You don't know. I can't say, and I hate to say what all it could be, because it could be anything. Anything. Melanie, God bless you now. God bless you. Look at my moderators coming through. And listen, last time we had a trip, and I mentioned it, the Lord showed up and showed out of nowhere and got us there. Now I had to get a loan from a multi-millionaire, practically could be billionaire, because the donations, they get held and then they got to process. And so he looked out for me, and he allowed us to book all the flights on his credit card, and then looked out for us like that. And so God be making a way. And I say, and when you trying to help somebody else, you doing something for somebody else, the Lord make a way somehow, some way. I don't know, but my apologies. My children and I have individual business ideas, and I wanted to know if you can coach. Oh, definitely. Look at you, Amber. Not doing good in recession now. You could have probably put that in the chat. I might have would have seen it. But Amber done sent in 2 blessings. Get that question off. I definitely. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to say this. A lot of times, we do what we passionate about because it might be something that we may see as fun or a challenge. And we get tired of doing what we natural at. So I'm naturally a relationship coach. Like, I know relationships like the back of my hand. Like, that's the easiest thing in the world for me. But business coaching is my passion. And that's honestly why I have started maybe 20 companies. I probably had 20, 25 LLCs. I probably might have 15 on right now that need the annual report to be paid, and then I be missing the deadline because I be doing so many things, and then I have to pay the fee and everything. I'm like, my goodness, Tony, you got to get some help, boy. But I'm still working alone just because I love the grind and I love business. So any of y'all that you don't know how to make money, you don't know how to identify your gifts and turn your gifts into purpose and to profit, reach out to me. I would rather y'all talk to me about business and let me talk about relationships on YouTube, and then let me coach on business and entrepreneurship. But it almost never fails. Somebody will book a business session, and a little bit into the call, they talking about their relationship. And it just once again reminds me how we built for love. It always go back to love. And ladies, I'm going to tell y'all, stop doing that. Stop doing that. If you want to talk about love and you tired of being single or you unhappy in your relationship, just when you book the coaching session, just say it's about love. Y'all stop pump faking and putting you want to talk about your business and then get on the phone and then we talking about that man. It's like ain't no shame in it. If that's what you want to talk about, is no shame in love. So just talk about love. I deal with so many women who is like ashamed to want love or to want to figure love out, and so they pretend to want to figure their purpose out, but they really want to figure out love. It's like, let's just deal with, because you got to think about it. God didn't create Eve to be no CEO of a company. He said, I'm creating her to be here with this man and for them to build together. It was the world that forced a woman to go out and be a breadwinner and a money earner, because men started bumping our head and not being real men and not protecting and providing. And so a lot of women are grinding out of necessity, not out of a pure love. I done met one woman who say she just love to grind, and she love to grind, but even then she says because of her mom and dad and how she was raised, and she seen what her mama had to put up with. And 9 out of 10 times when a woman loved the grind, it come from something that she lived through coming up that say I can't depend on a man. But anytime I meet a woman who she meet a good man, she ready to rest in that feminine. She would have gone to school for 12, 18 years to be all kind of doctor. Got 3 R's on the end of doctor, and will drop that doctor so fast to be a stay-at-home wife or mom. And I'm like, listen, we got to stop being shame about that. Like, don't let that feminist movement make y'all shame about if your heart won't love. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, if you want to be a wife, like, don't be shame about that. Like, that's part of God putting your DNA. Like, if you not excited about working 40 hours a week and working your finger to the bone, you don't have to fake like you just some boss babe hustler and that's what you love to get to the money. If you really want love, say no, okay, I gotta work because I gotta eat, but I want me a relationship. Address it, because that's why so many women is dealing with anxiety, mental health issues, weight issues, because they not being real with themselves. And so instead of saying what they want and what they desire, they just eating a lot or watching a lot of junk TV, a lot of junk gossip, a lot of stuff trying to forget about that desire for love, trying to forget about what they want. You got to know what season you in. If you're in a season of grind, then be in a season of grind. If you're in a season of love, be in a season of love. Amber, she got her kids. They living their life. She in a season of grind. And it's going to benefit her and her kids. But for those of y'all ladies who don't have kids yet, and you want kids, or you haven't had a relationship yet, and you want that, then it's okay to state that. What's the difference between the 97 and 147 tickets for the 3Bs conference? So now remember, the 3Bs conference is later this month, y'all. It's 3 days, 25th, 26th, 27th. We gonna be deep diving. It's full learning. You need to have you a good notebook. And the 147, I think it said in the description, or it might watch the video. If it's a video on there, or it might be in the description. But the 147 is VIP, so you get to be a part of the business networking on Friday night. It's all on Zoom. And then I think you're also eligible to book a coaching session, a discounted coaching session. And I think also you eligible for a Q&A. So something like that. But it should be either on the video or written out on the page. Well, we got to put this up here now. We're going to put that up here now. Okay, that's good, Chloe. I'm glad you ain't lose nothing then. Only time a woman lose something is when she sleep with a man that's not her husband. That's the only time a woman lose something. If you don't sleep with a man that's not your husband, you gain wisdom, knowledge, and experience. So understand that right there. Did I get to the bottom? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Got to the bottom. Hey, God bless y'all. Thank y'all. All the important links is in the description. I shrunk it. 2 things that matter to me right now is the boys' summer program and you getting insurance. And for so long I was promoting other people's insurance companies. And then I started to get feedback from people, and they was like, Tony, you know, the person that did my insurance, they ain't do this, they ain't do this, they said this, they said that. So I say, man, let me sit down. It took me 3 months to sit down to get my license. And then when I went to get the license, I always thought insurance was a joke. So I was like, man, I ain't finna do that, man. It's a bunch of losers doing that stuff. I just was meeting bad actors, so it had a bad, name for me. But then the Lord said, you got to make it good. Like you got to, it's legal, it's necessary, it's doing good. So you be the bright spot. You be the one that do it the right way. Instead of just letting it have a bad name, you do what's right. You see what Proverbs 13:22 say? How else people gonna leave an inheritance today in addition to an insurance policy? It's like a lot of times we don't make enough money and have enough money in a 401k to even get through retirement. Now people losing their pensions. People losing their retirement. So it's like, how else? So I say, you know what? And guess what? 1322agency.com was available. 1322 Agency LLC in my state was available. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. You mean to tell me out of all the insurance agencies, ain't nobody thought of 1322 Agency to even buy the .com? I say, well, that's how you know it's God breathed. That's how you know it's God breathed right there. Out of all the people saying that they in insurance for this reason, ain't nobody thought of that? I said, okay, that's how you know it's God. Yeah. That's how you know it. So, hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. And we going to make things happen. And we get things together. We getting things together. God bless you. Good night. And Lord willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow.